Hey guys, it's Brent, and I promised you a video on the level beyond traditional dating and relationships, so here it is. The level outside of the matrix that's beyond what I just said is a level where you would never even think about those two things. In fact, most of the concepts that you've come to know and you've come to believe are actually real don't exist outside. So what's beyond? Beyond is freedom. Beyond is peacefulness. Beyond is unattachment, freedom. It's where none of the concepts that hold any weight any longer. In fact, you don't even think about them, so they don't even occur to you, which is pretty cool. Now, to someone living, under their current social programming, the normal social programming, they might tell you that's a little crazy. But that's just because they don't know. And telling them will only anger them or get them very resistant to this concept. So outside, you just realize that you don't need any of the things that you're told that you need in the matrix, because all those traditional concepts like dating and relationships and love and companionship and sex and negative emotions and possessiveness and jealousy, envy, control, boundaries, monogamy, ownership, drama, all those things, compromise, work, all those things about dating and relationships and traditional things that have been around for forever don't exist any longer. They have no power, because they only have power when they're viewed through the matrix. When you live outside of it and you live on the next level, they no longer have the power they once did. And in fact, you see them for what they are, which are just fake concepts. They're just ideas. None of them are real, but you understand that. And so you are free to create something new out of that. It's a very, very exciting place to be. Although, when you hear me say it like that, one of the things that holds people back from actually living on this level is that they are afraid of what it would mean. What will it mean if I don't, recognize those things anymore? Well, what it means is you're free. And yes, there will be other people who don't understand it, and they think you're crazy, and they will fight you on it, and they will argue with you and debate you. But if you view that as an opportunity to inspire them, and by the way, remember, you can only inspire people by actually living that life, by living the life outside the matrix and on the next level, and you understand that all that stuff I just talked about is actually a cry for help. They're actually stuck in the matrix. They have no idea how to get out. In fact, they think they're already out, some of them. So they just think that they live in this real world, and they're really attached to it. And you have to understand that about them. You have to understand that they don't know what they don't know. So you can't have any anger, can't be frustrated, can't meet anger with anger. That's why I don't debate anymore, because there's no point to it. It's a waste of time. So you just have to live it and inspire people. So what your life will be like? Your life will be what I said it would at the beginning of this video. It's free. It's peaceful. You can create anything you want. Nothing affects you ever again. It's awesome. So there's no more emotional roller coaster. You don't have negative emotions anymore. Period. Those are all byproduct of the matrix. You understand that you can control how you feel at all times. You have to understand that you have to remember that in the matrix, everything you're told to feel, you're told to feel. Well, everything you feel, you're told to feel. That's what I meant to say about that. So, you have to understand that that is all learned behavior. So everything you think is real is not real. You've learned it. You've acquired it. You've assimilated it based on what other people have told you, and all the evidence all the all the evidence around you that seems real pointing to it being real. So when you understand okay, you understand that everything you've been told to feel and to think and to believe is all fake, it's freeing. Then you understand that you can create whatever you want in your life, and that's very, very exciting. So you could take a concept like monogamy. I know you guys have been wanting me to talk about this too, the myth of monogamy. It's a myth. It's a myth. You've been told what it is, what it means, and how to feel about it. All that is fake. It doesn't even exist at all. It's just it's just a concept. One person being with one person is a concept. That's it. There's no realness to it outside of the agreement that monogamy is real, but it's not real. So we could take another thing, and here's the next level. When you realize that monogamy is a concept, you're no longer going to care about anything you care about right now once you live outside of this. And that scares some people too, because then they care about what it would mean if they didn't care. And since you've been told that is negative and bad, and again, you've been told that by other people who have a lot to lose by you actually realizing that this is all a fantasy, right? The Matrix is a fantasy. They will hold on with tooth and nail telling you that this is the way that it is. But let me get back to what I was saying. Okay, so when you are on that level, you don't care. Okay, for instance, if the girl you're hooking up with is hooking up with someone else, it doesn't exist anymore for you. You don't have those emotions. You wouldn't care at all. And in fact, that is a very high level. Okay, you realize that people should be able to be with whoever they want to be, whenever they want to be with them. So there are no more boundaries when it comes to that, for instance. Right? So in the past, in the Matrix, right, let's say you have a girlfriend or whatever and you catch her cheating on you. Well, the only reason that you react and you feel that pain and you feel betrayed and you feel some kind of possessiveness, control, envy, jealousy, and so on, is you've been told to feel that way. None of that's real. Everybody tells you that's bad, and and you should do this, and this is, and I would, seriously. See, when you live outside the Matrix, none of that will matter to you anymore. So in other words, absolutely zero of the things that are on your radar screen right now that you care about will be on your radar screen any longer. So you can choose. What life do you want? Do you want one that is based on suffering and fear and attachment and drama and negativity and control and boundaries? When I even say it, it sounds ridiculous to me that anyone would want that and anyone would live it. Because I remember when I used to. Or do you want to live a free, peaceful, happy, extraordinary life? If that's what you want, then you can live that. Just remember that everything you've been told to want, everything you want, you've been told you should want. That's why you'll also hear me say a lot of times that, most decisions people make are based on illusion, which is why they wake up one day and aren't happy. Because it was an illusion to begin with, so there's no way they could be happy. Based on having that thing in order to be happy, right? Like we've always talked, that I have told you guys that you can choose to be happy. But you're not told that. You're told that only when you have these 19 other things you can be happy. Actually, when you give up those 19 things, right? You choose to be happy and you give up those 19 things, your life is free. So anyway, that's where freedom exists. That's what life is like outside in the Matrix. I hope I've shed some light on it. You can ask me more questions about it if I wasn't clear enough. But this is probably the beginning of this conversation, and I hope that helps, and I'll talk to you later.